and have a look at it. So as you can see on the top one, like how deceptive jet can be, because if you just look at the EKG, there are no obvious changes when you have this kind of arrhythmias. But what is interesting is the heart is a very sophisticated organ. Like, it has multiple functions. Like, obviously the biggest function we always think about in layman term is being able to pump the blood to the body. But then there is an electrical activity happening that is causing mechanical changes inside the heart. And what happens is, like, if you have an arrhythmia, the heart is not able to beat in a coordinated manner. And as a result of that, the amount of blood the heart can put out is significantly compromised. Especially, this is much more exaggerated in neonates. Like, so you can imagine, like, a neonate who is like 3 kilos or 4 kilos, the heart is just size of a walnut. Like, you have only so much mass to have the blood being pumped out. So they tend to speed up their heart rate. What happens because of that is the heart is not able to fill appropriately, and there are some changes inside the pressures of the heart that makes it even harder for the heart to pump blood out. So, but what is interesting is, although the EKG can be deceptive, there are telltale signs of this arrhythmia in particular. So if you look at the second waveform, is something called as central venous pressure waveform, or CVP. And as depicted by the dotted line, there is a marked change in the morphology of the venous waveform that happened with the onset of JED. So although the EKG can be deceptive, but if we have enough training for the clinicians, we can definitely pick up these changes at the bedside and potentially can act in a timely manner. I want to finish the figure explanation, and the third part of the figure is the ABP, or the arterial blood pressure. This is the actual blood pressure that the patient is seeing. And even if you notice that, like, whenever the patient went into JED, there is a drop in blood pressure. And the reason for that is there is no coordinated activity between the top and the bottom chambers of the heart. And